Alright guys, what up? So, last night, as you can see, first of all, I'm wearing my Hunger Games Catching Fire t-shirt, because last night I went to the 11:30 IMAX showing of Hunger Games Catching Fire, and I'm going to give you my review about it. First, let me just say, this film was so much better than the first one. Now, I say that, but first let me be clear. I'm not like some of these people. I'm not going to be like some of these people who automatically are saying now all of a sudden the first film was garbage. It was a piece of shit. It sucked. No, I still like the first film. I rated it an 8, but I rate films on the IMDb scale of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I wasn't rating it on that scale, I would have probably rated it a 7.7. That being said, I still like the first Hunger Games, but Catching Fire elevates it and goes for above and beyond it on so many levels, on being faithful to the book. First, but before we get into, let's just start off. So, for you who don't know, Catching Fire is the second series of the Hunger Games. Basically, follows Peeta and Katniss after they win the Hunger Games, and basically the ramifications that Katniss is dealing with, and from the first games. First, let's go into this. And I'm going to be giving a lot of tip my hat to, which I don't normally do that. So if I'm willing to tip my hat to some people in a movie that when I see it, they did a good job. First, one thing, Donald Sutherland is President Snow. I didn't think I could hate President Snow any more than I hate President Snow in the book. But Donald Sutherland, oh my god. Donald Sutherland made me hate President Snow from the minute that he came on screen. So Donald Sutherland, I gotta tip my hat to you because, oh my god, I didn't think I could hate the character of Snow anymore, but oh man, Donald Sutherland just gave you that just feeling of, oh, you hate this guy and you want him gone. So great, brilliant acting by him, but of course Donald Sutherland is a brilliant actor. So many things. Francis Lawrence, for one thing, such an upgrade from Gary Ross from the first Hunger Games. Now, when Gary Ross was announced that he was leaving, I was one of those people who was actually happy because I did not like the way he directed the first one. I hated the shaky camera in the first one. It was so unnecessary in many spots. So many things cut out that didn't need to be cut out. Certain things felt rushed. Francis Lawrence basically improved on all that level. No more shaky cam. Actually can see what's going on this time. And there were so many things that were left, that were in the movie, that I swear I didn't believe were going to be there. If I had told you months ago some of these scenes, if they'd be in the movie, I would have said, no, they're going to cut that out. But holy crap. Let's go into it. One of the biggest scenes, this is full of spoilers, just by the way. One of the biggest scenes, Joanna getting naked in the elevator. I thought that scene was going to be good. Oh my god, that scene was brilliant. I was laughing the whole time. That was such a great scene. And also, I'm going to be giving a tip to my hat. Might as well do it now. A tip to my hat to Jenna Maloney, who was knocked it out of the park as Joanna. Such brilliant casting there, and she just embodied. It's like she took the character of Joanna from that book, and ripped it out, and threw it right on the screen. She embodied that character, and she did such a brilliant job at it. Joanna was a secondary favorite from the second book. Sam Clifton, my boy Finnick, right there. Great job in Hunger Games. I mean, not amazing job, but he did a good job. He did a really good job as playing the character Finnick. I think he handled the whole suave and smart ass side of Finnick really well. There's so many great moments with Finnick and Katniss in that film. More scenes that were in that I didn't believe it would be in. Even just dialogue. The dialogue on the train between Peeta and Katniss. I'll talk about their favorite colors. Things, just small details like that from the books that I didn't believe would be in the movie. But Francis Lawrence obviously has a lot more respect for the source material than Gary Ross did, because there was so many fan service moments for book readers in this that the first Hunger Games did not have. But also showing the tributes after the kill being taken out of the arena, I didn't think any of that would be in the film too. I thought they would just move on. I mean, just brilliant in terms of delivering and being faithful enough from the book readers, and also giving for audience members who don't know the books. Let's see what else. For overall, I thought everybody in this did a lot better job. Jennifer Lawrence, of course, amazing still as an actress. She's great, still doing an amazing job as Katniss. I still don't understand the complaints that people had in the first one, especially the idiots that called her fat. Seriously. Let me say this off topic. Anybody who thinks Jennifer Lawrence fat, seriously, if you think Jennifer Lawrence is fat, then you're obviously one of those people who basically like women who look like they have an eating disorder, where you can see their cheekbones and it looks completely disgusting. But that was off topic there. Overall, I thought Hunger Games: Catching Fire was brilliant. I thought easily best film. Not best film. I almost said the best film I've seen this year. That would be a beyond lie, because my two best films right now this year are reserved right now for Gravity and Rush that I've seen. Though at the end of the year, of course, I will give my 10 best overall films and 10 best worst films of this year. But that will be come in later on at the end of the year. And who knows? At this point, Hunger Games might be in that, depending on what is still to come. And that might be like towards the bottom, because there's a lot of films still to come, and a lot of films I've rated back and forth throughout this year. But Catching Fire, let me say, if you're a book reader fan and you haven't seen it yet, you're going to love it. If you haven't read the books, you're going to love it a lot more than the first one. So much character development is so much better. Story in terms of pacing is so much better. The way this film was shot is so much better. Special effects, a lot better, but that's also because they had a higher budget on this one than they did the first one. Overall, there was just so many great scenes, and scenes that I knew were coming that pissed me off. Spoiler alert, one being the scene involving Cinna, which I don't want to get into too much detail, but if you're a book reader, you know about it right before the game starts. The whole time with Katniss talking to him leading up to that moment where she went into the tube, and then the scene with Cinna during that, the whole time there I just was sitting in my chair like pissed because I knew what was coming. And then when it happened, I was just like, oh my, I hated that. But overall, Catching Fire, great film, great sequel. Of course, it leaves you on the cliffhanger note, which we all knew was coming because we read the book, so we know how the second book ends. Mockingjay set for next year. I'm iffy about Mockingjay because it's being split into two movies. Because personally, in my personal opinion, I found the first half of Mockingjay to be really kind of boring and slow. So I'm pretty sure the Mockingjay Part 1 is going to be a really slow film. I already have a feeling I know where they're going to split both of the movies up. I don't want to give detail away because for non-book readers, I don't want to give too much detail away, which is why I'm not mentioning who lives and who dies in this film and things like that. But I have a kind of feeling where it will end it. I'll just say it'll probably be split. Part 1 will probably end at a scene that has to do with a certain person in a bunker being brought back. I'll just leave it as that. I think that's where the film were cut and the split for the two. But overall, Catching Fire, great film. My rating of it, I always rate these films on the IMDb scale of 1 to 10. Catching Fire, I am going to give it a 9. I'm going to give it a 9. Catching Fire, 9. Catching Fire, great film. One of the best non-Academy S type of films I've seen of the year. This one, trust me, I don't think it'll win. This won't be a film that's nominated for awards or anything. But what great film. Going to see it again, definitely on Saturday. I definitely going to see it for a second time. Can't wait for it to come to video so I can watch it again. Can't wait for Mockingjay, even though I'm iffy about it being split into two movies, but it doesn't matter because I'm still going to go see Part 1. Still going to go see them regardless of it because I really love the books. But yeah, Catching Fire. Tell me what you think. Did you go see it? Have you seen it yet? Have you read the books? Are you planning on seeing it? Did you see it and are you planning on seeing it again? Did you love it as much as I did? Did you think it was better than the first movie like I did? leave the comments below, and I will see you guys probably in the next video. I mean, I haven't done many videos lately. There hasn't been much to do. Somebody asked me if I was going to do a Thor review, even though I've been critical of Thor in my trailers and stuff. I did see Thor. I might put up a review about it over the weekend. But yeah, so that's really about it. Catching Fire, great film. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I laughed all the way. I laughed along the way. I cheered. I was right there throughout the whole film. So, and I will see you guys in the next video.